I mean, imagine you go all around the world and smash up everything that other civilizations built, loot what they built, pillage, steal, even steal their ideas and their concepts and their philosophies. And then you sit on top of this mountain of stolen goods and declare yourself to be rich because of your own merit. And imagine telling this lie to your children, to your own children, to your grandchildren, generation after generation. How do you think that's going to go? You didn't invest in creating actual merit. You cheated, you lied, you stole, you brutalized. And then you tell your own people that everyone else in the world has nothing and you have everything because of how much better you are than everyone else. How long is that lie sustainable? I mean, these are people who actually have civilizations, who actually created and built and accomplished and didn't just pillage and plunder. And there's still those people today, even though you have oppressed them, there's still those same people. And you're still the way you are. I mean, a good example actually is African Americans. I don't know if you can think of a people who were more held back, more deprived, more sabotaged than African Americans. You took everything away from them and took them away from everything. They started in your country at less than zero, literally regarded and treated as subhuman, not allowed to learn to read or write or anything for hundreds of years. But you see, they come from a people of accomplishment to one degree or another. Not a people of piracy and theft and appropriation. They come from a people who created and built and developed in their own countries, in their own land.
I've never told this story in a video. I've mentioned it on podcasts before, but I've never made a video and told the story. My mother, seen here, was 16 years old when I was born. My dad was 21. They'd been together since she was 14. So she was 14, he was 19 when they got together. You guys have heard me talk about my dad before. He was very racist. My mother will tell you the same. And my mother, being very young and uneducated, she just kind of went along with whatever my dad did. And he was also abusive. My mother was abused. And I talked to her before I made this video to make sure that she's okay with me telling that part of her story. My dad was a domestic abuser and also a child abuser. He abused me as well. That's not the point of this video, though. When I was 3 years old, my mother was 19. She found the courage to leave my dad, which wasn't easy to do. And the divorce was nasty because my dad he's passed away now, a pretty controlling, narcissistic type guy. And shortly after leaving my dad, my mother was in a relationship with another man who was a black man. And my dad being the racist. See, I was raised in the 80s in North Carolina, and my dad was a racist. So her leaving him for a black man was like this big taboo thing. Like, you don't do that. And so when everything went to court, my dad ultimately got custody of me because the judge in the 80s in North Carolina is not giving the child to the woman dating a black man, to the white woman dating a black man, especially when my dad was the one with the career and the income and the money, and my mom had nothing. He had left her with nothing. Fast forward to when I was 10 years old. During those 7 years after the divorce, my dad taught me to hate my mom. He taught me that she was a sinner, that the Bible did not approve of interracial marriages. He showed me in the Bible where the Bible says you can't marry outside your race. And I believed her to be basically of the devil himself. I hated her. When I was 10 years old, I found out that my dad was being taken to court because my mother was trying to get visitation rights. I was terrified. I didn't want to meet this evil woman. She won. She got visitation rights of me. I'll never forget ever to this day. I can still vividly remember where I was, the weather and everything when she picked me up the first time. I was terrified. But I made it my mission, that first visit, that she would never visit me again. I made that my mission, that she would never want to see me after this day. I called her a sinner. I called her children, because she had 3 children with her second husband. Obviously, they were biracial children. And I called her children the N-word. I called her an N-word lover. Now, keep in mind, I'm 10 years old. But this is how I was raised. This is what I believed at age 10. And she told me, you shouldn't think like this or talk like this. And I ignored her. It was like a 2-hour visitation, whatever it was. And then she dropped me back off at my house. And I told my dad, she'll never pick me up again, Dad, I promise you. 2 weeks later, when it was time for her next visitation, I waited in my yard on the Saturday at the time that I was supposed to be there. And I was sure she wouldn't pull up, but she did. She did pull up. I was befuddled. Oh my God, she came back. This time, she took me to her house in a mostly black neighborhood, and a place I had never been. I was raised on the mountain, all white neighborhood, very much racist. And I was told that black neighborhoods were crime-ridden, filthy areas. Avoid them. So I went to this black neighborhood and I thought, oh my God. I went in her house and she said, I want you to meet your brothers and sisters. And they came out and they were so excited to see me because my mom had never told them a bad thing about me. And I wanted to be mean to them because that's how I was raised. But I couldn't bring myself to be mean to them because they were so nice and polite to me. I was not nice to them. I tolerated them in my mind, but I wasn't mean to them. And then every 2 weeks she came and got me. And over the course of time, I built a relationship with my siblings, with her. And I started questioning things like maybe the things my dad told me are not true. Because what I see in this neighborhood, what I see in my mom's house, what I see everywhere is not what I was told. And I had a choice to make at the early age of about 11. Do I believe what I was raised, or do I challenge these ideas? And just like my mom had got away from my dad and challenged those ideas and grew and was better, I decided that I too can be better. I started challenging the ideas my dad raised me. It started a very tumultuous relationship with my dad, as if it wasn't tumultuous to begin with. Again, I was an abused child. I'm trying to keep this video short, so I'm missing a lot of very deep details, but I'm trying to give you the idea. By the time I was 15, I had read books and read the speeches of Dr. King and watched interviews with Malcolm X. And I really started realizing, like, there's a whole nother world out there that I didn't realize. Fred Hampton, Angela Davis, these things really opened my eyes. And I even basically got into a fight with my dad over it when I was 15 and was thrown out of my house. But my deconstruction process had begun, and it has continued for the past, 27 years. I'm 42 now. And it's all thanks to my mom, just being a mom, just showing up. And I've never had like the closest relationship with my mom because the story I just told you, but I've been friends with her now for, how old is that? 25 years. And, I just want to say thanks for showing up. Thanks for not giving up on me. I may have never challenged my ideas and beliefs and may have been stuck in the same trap that, I was born into, and I wasn't. So thanks, Mom. Happy Mother's Day.
The white passing mixed person, I hear racist stuff all the time. It's time to expose. Alright, so one time I was with this group of white people, and the girls were talking about this girl who had jungle fever. And this white girl goes, "Isn't it a shame to see our race mixing with another? What's going to happen to our white purity?" I couldn't believe what I just heard. There was another time where I was at a party, and the only other black person there left early. Right after he left, one of the white dudes there proceeded to say the N-word. Not even in a song or anything, just said it out loud. When I confronted him about it, he said, "What? He's not here anymore." Little did he know that I'm a double agent. Needless to say, that situation was handled. There's another time where we were talking about an opposing basketball team. We were talking about why the team was so good, and somebody goes, "They're only good because they let all the charity cases on the team." There were no white people on this team. I'm sure I'm not the only white passing person with these kinds of stories, so feel free to duet.
The reason I say white Americans have no culture is because most of the things that have become associated with white people were black inventions. White people love vanilla, but did you know that vanilla was actually invented by an enslaved black teenager who was 14 years old? His name was Edmund Albius. He's the person who made vanilla a mass-produced product because he figured out how to rapidly pollinate these plants. Or number two, if you've ever heard of techno music, that was actually invented by black people in Detroit in the 80s, which now has become synonymous with a lot of white people in the US or white Europeans, when actually in reality this was purely the creation creation of a black person and black people. Or number three, the thing that I think of a lot is how white people have co-opted barbecue. Specifically in California, where I grew up, you will see a lot of barbecue joints that were actually white people's recipes that they stole from black people. It's very much a ripoff of the common Southern home cooking, which, you know, came out of the American South, both during slavery and during the Reconstruction era. So yes, white people don't have any culture, we steal it. And that has historically been the case, and that is why white people are so angry. You know any other inventions created by black people but stolen by white people? Drop them in the comments. Okay, bye!
Hi guys, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching me from. Thank you so much guys for always choosing to be here. For the new people that are coming to this channel for the first time, thank you so much guys for this massive support. Thank you for being here. Thank you for making time to watch this video, and especially watching it to this point. I didn't I don't take that for granted. I really appreciate you for making time for watching the video to this point. Now, if you have not subscribed to my channel, if you're new here, if you have never watched my videos before, if you have never been to this channel, my name is Furaha, and I really am excited, delighted to have you on my channel today. And I hope that I see you some more. I hope to see you a little bit more in the coming days. Please consider subscribing, be part of this amazing family, this amazing story, this amazing journey. Now guys, if you have subscribed, if you have been a part of this amazing journey from the way, like months, you have been here for weeks, days, thank you so much. I don't take that for granted. Thank you so much, because that is what helps me as a person to grow, helps my channel to grow, reach as many people as possible, which is really the goal of this channel. Now guys, please consider subscribing if you haven't already. On today's video, we are talking about parents and what they do and how it impacts children. And we are basically, I'm going to talk about the one man that was talking about having a white mom and a white dad, and then they broke up, so the mother went ahead and got married to a black man, and that was upsetting to the white father because he was born a racist. He doesn't know why, how, and he doesn't have reasons, but he just hates black people. Now you might be surprised to learn that that is exactly what it is like for most white people. They hate black people, but if you ask them today that they give you at least 3 reasons why they hate black people, they wouldn't give you any, because they have been born in a culture that hates black people, and they have been programmed to hate black people for no apparent reason. You're just born in an environment that hates on black people, and without you realizing, you just learn that, it becomes part of you. It becomes your reality, it becomes your truth, and you end up not having any reason particularly to hate these people. They have not done anything to you, they have not messed with you, they have never wronged you in any way, you have not even sometimes interacted with any of them, but you simply looking at them and their mere existence, it upsets you so bad that you hate them and you would hurt them. Yeah, that is really the situation with most white people. If you ask them, if you sat them down and ask them the real reason why they do not like black people, they would not be in a position to give you any, because really they do not have. And black people, when whites interact with them, when they go, they take the step to interact with them, make time to have discussions with them, talk to them, try to understand who they are, try to learn who they are and where they have come from, most of the white people will come out with a different story. They will come out and say, it's not what I was taught. It is not what I expected. It is not what I have always thought. And they will be convicted so much to go and help other white people to learn about these things. They will want to go with that narrative that the new education that they have acquired from that visit, that interaction. They will want all of white people to have that. But it's just not possible, because some of them are so rigid, so hard-minded, so, made up their minds to hate on these black people to death. And that is to the point where they cannot get themselves to thinking, what if what I know is not true? What if what I was taught is actually not true? What if it's a bias? What if it's just perception? It's just someone that decided that this is not what they like, and they made that ingrained in so many other people that does not pay attention to details, to learn, to experience, to have time with these black people. I do not have a problem with someone hating me as a black person. I do not have a problem with someone disliking me simply because I'm African, because I come from a third world country. I do not have a problem with someone disliking me for that. But I have a problem with someone that hates me without me having done anything to them. If I have hurt you, if I have done something that displeases you, if I have done something that affected you in the negative, and it's something that is so wrong, so bad, you justified to hate me, you justified to dislike me, to never want to interact with me. But hating someone simply because they exist, simply because they are, is wrong. And that is exactly what black people have had to deal with. That is exactly what they endure every single day. They have done nothing, but they are hated so much. You'd think they have killed someone. You'd think they have wronged someone. They haven't. Their mere existence is the problem. The fact that they are who they are. The fact that they cannot be eliminated. And white people have tried many times to eliminate black people. And when it failed, it brewed more hate. It made them hate black people even more. It made them to feel as if black people are a threat. When in the real sense, black people pose no threat to white people. Black people, all they do is exist and just live their lives, try as much as they can to live in a world that hates them so much. They just try to live in their own community, to just exist as people, and to wait and see if there's ever going to be a day where they are regarded as humans, just like everyone else. That is the position that white people have put black people in. No remorse about it whatsoever, no regrets. They basically just keep going and keep going. They keep doing these things, and most of them are ugly things. They keep hating on black people for no reason, for no apparent reason at all. And black people have learned the thing that hurts most about this whole story is the fact that black people know that they're not liked enough to agree and enough to accept that. They accepted it long ago, and they just live their lives as if they don't expect any love. They don't expect any acceptance from anyone. They have their own community, and that is enough for them. You'll not find black people trying so hard to fit in. They don't do that anymore. They used to. It didn't pay off. They stopped doing it. They totally stopped trying to fit in. They stopped trying to do anything at all. They just decided that it's okay, it is what it is, and they now exist as just a community of black people, humans, human beings trying to just exist on their own. When someone that is white or a different race comes around and treats them nice, gets them as a shock because they don't expect it. They don't expect love from even their brothers and sisters, the Africans. They have even gotten to a point where they don't regard Africans as their people because of the hate. Many Africans have hated on black Americans. Many Africans have looked at black people and think they're not like us because of the narratives that have been created and supported by white people, the narratives that they have brought to Africa. They have taught Africans to believe that black people are violent, that they are rogue, that they don't understand things. They're not brilliant, they're not hardworking, they're lazy. And Africans, for lack of better understanding, for lack of doing their research, for lack of interaction with black people, some of them believe it. I'm glad most of them don't, but some do. And that is very sad. You have made people to accept hate that much that they do not accept love. Guys, let me know what you think about that in the comment section below. If you agree or disagree to what the video says, please feel easy to leave a comment in the comment section below. Your comment helps the channel to reach as many people as possible and help this video to also get to as many people as possible. Leave a like to make this video go viral, and share this to your friends, family, relatives, people that will be like-minded, people that will love to learn a thing or two about this kind of videos. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, please consider doing that right now before you forget. New people, new subscribers, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for making that deliberate decision to be part of this amazing journey, this amazing story. And I hope that you don't regret, because we are here to learn and relearn things, and that is really our main goal. So guys, I hope that you're also keeping safe from wherever you're watching me from. I hope that you are having a fantastic day, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, from wherever you're watching me from. Guys, I hope that you're kinder to yourself today, kinder to the other person today, and I'll see you on my next video, guys. Bye for now.